Like if you found the video valuable. Emma hated night flights. The recycled air, the dimmed cabin lights, the endless drone of engines, it all left her restless. But tonight, she was trapped on a fully booked red-eye from London to New York, and the only seat left was 14A. She slid into her place, fastening her seatbelt, and only then noticed her neighbor in 14B. A man, or at least he looked like one. He was tall, pale, and unnervingly still, sitting upright with both hands resting neatly on his thighs. He didn't glance at her, didn't shift in his seat. His eyes, unblinking, stared straight ahead. Emma gave a polite smile. Nothing, not even a flicker of acknowledgement. The announcement came. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. The plane roared down the runway. The man in 14B didn't flinch. An hour later, the cabin lights dimmed to near darkness. Passengers dozed, screens flickered with movies, and the hum of engines blended with muffled snores. Emma couldn't sleep. Every time she turned her head, she found herself studying him. He hadn't moved, not once, no fidgeting, no blinking, not even a breath she could see. Finally, she leaned slightly toward him. "Excuse me," she whispered. "Do you mind if I?" He turned his head, slowly, mechanical. Emma's throat tightened. His eyes were wrong. Not glassy, not tired, just flat. Empty. She pulled back instantly, pretending to adjust her blanket. Curiosity gnawed at her. She glanced at his boarding pass, half tucked into the seat pocket. She tilted her head, reading the corner of it. Her stomach dropped. Where the name should have been, there was only a blank white strip. No letters, no passenger ID, just 14B. Emma's pulse quickened. Maybe it was a printing error. Maybe. The seatbelt sign pinged on. A voice crackled overhead. "Ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting turbulence. Please remain seated." The plane shuddered violently. Gasps rose from the cabin. A baby cried. Drinks rattled on trays. Emma clutched her armrest. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw him, still perfectly upright, still motionless, as though nothing was happening. The turbulence worsened, throwing passengers side to side. A man shouted a prayer. Luggage shifted in the overhead bins. But 14B never moved. Emma's panic boiled. She pressed the call button. A flight attendant appeared, leaning close. "Yes, miss?" Emma gestured at the man. "This passenger, he's not." The attendant looked puzzled. She leaned down, then froze. For the briefest moment, her eyes widened. Then she straightened, forced a smile, and whispered, "Everything is fine, miss. Try to relax." And just like that, she walked away. Emma sat stunned. Fine? Nothing was fine. She turned back. The man's head was already facing her again. Eyes locked, wide, hollow. Her skin prickled. Hours crawled by. Every attempt at sleep failed. At some point, the turbulence ended, and the plane steadied. But Emma's fear didn't. Somewhere over the Atlantic, the cabin fell quiet. She risked another glance at him. And nearly screamed. He was smiling. A thin, deliberate curl of his lips, like he'd been waiting for her to look. Emma's heart slammed. She jerked her gaze away, pretending to be asleep. Minutes later, she felt it, pressure. A weight. Slowly, she realized his hand was now resting on the armrest between them. Inches from hers. She hadn't seen him move. Her chest tightened. Every instinct told her not to scream, not to run. Just breathe. Just survive until landing. Finally, the captain's voice boomed overhead. "We'll begin our descent into New York shortly." Relief flooded her. She dared to look. The seat was empty. 14B, gone. No sign he'd ever been there. No indentation on the cushion. No boarding pass in the pocket. Nothing. Emma's hands shook as the plane touched down. She was the first to bolt down the jet bridge, lungs burning with panic. At the gate, she turned back once, just to be sure. Through the crowd of departing passengers, she saw him, standing still in the middle of the walkway. Staring straight at her, and smiling.